Andrew Breitbart, Righteous Indignation, Excuse Me While I Save the World. In Righteous Indignation, author Andrew Breitbart exposes the hypocrisy and immorality of the political left, especially their manipulative control over the media. The book delves into the roots of the left's power, tracing it back to the influential Marxist thinkers of the Frankfurt School, and exposes their impact on American society. Throughout the book, Breitbart provides numerous examples of how the left uses its influence in the media and Hollywood to propagate its ideologies, discredit opponents, and control the narrative. Readers will be given a comprehensive understanding of the so-called Democrat media complex, and how it shapes modern American politics.
The Democrat media complex. The influence of the political left on the media in America is overwhelming. The author shares his personal experience on how the left manipulates society through the media and the Democrat media complex. The events surrounding Clarence Thomas's nomination to the Supreme Court in 1991 illustrate how amoral the political left can be. They accused Thomas of sexual harassment, tarnishing the impressive achievements of a Republican who was about to become a Supreme Court justice. The author realized that the media was not neutral and had actively sided with the left, leading him to rethink his political beliefs. The Democrat media complex controls everything, including society. It is our responsibility to counter the left's message through new media such as video, Twitter, and Facebook. Origins of the Democrat media complex. The Frankfurt School intellectuals brought progressive Marxist-influenced ideas to America around World War II. Herbert Marcuse, a member of the group, aimed to mobilize ethnic and sexual minorities to dismantle capitalism. Saul Alinsky built on these ideas, using ridicule as a weapon of social protest. Rules for Radicals served as a manual for the powerless to displace the haves. Personalize and polarize the opponent to present oneself as entirely good and the opponent as entirely evil. Hollywood and the media, propaganda tools of the left. The left leverages its connections with Hollywood celebrities and the media to spread propaganda. The attacks on former President George W. Bush are a perfect example of this. Hollywood stars and musicians openly criticized Bush, and the media followed suit. The author explains how the left's influence in the media inspired him to launch Arianna Huffington's liberal-leaning news site, The Huffington Post. He wanted to spotlight the left's illogical thought processes and show how similar The Huffington Post was to other media outlets, even though it claims to be neutral. The author eventually grew uncomfortable with his involvement and came out as a Republican. This book exposes the left's injustices and the dangers of relying on Hollywood and media propaganda. The power of new media in the political battlefield. In the book, the author argues that the left has been controlling mainstream media, and it's high time the right makes use of social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and blogs to level the playing field. The author uses the 2009 Acorn scandal as a perfect example of the power of new media. Activists James O'Keefe and Hannah Giles went undercover and secretly filmed interviews with Acorn activists who tried to help them find ways to hide their illegal activities and avoid taxes. The video was not only released on mainstream media outlets like CNN but also on Fox News, YouTube, and other platforms over an extended period, making it go viral. The author proposes that the right should be open about their secrets to weaken negative stereotypes, and people should contribute to the media themselves to avoid letting the left's controlled media smother important stories. The book's message is clear: the right needs to make use of new media to attack the left and loosen their grip on mainstream media.
Righteous Indignation concludes with a call to action for conservatives, urging them to challenge the left's control over the media and reshape America's political discourse. By adopting new media platforms like social media, blogs, and independent news websites, the political right can push back against the strong influence of the Democrat media complex. Breitbart emphasizes that Republicans should be honest about their flaws and weaknesses, while also remaining discerning about the information they consume and share. By working together and utilizing the power of new media, the right can resist the left's propagandist tactics, ultimately promoting a fairer, more balanced political landscape in the United States.